Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
You get a workout or something? Your shirt looks
Oh, that's just kind of how they made
That's just
it.
Balenciaga, Phil.
I know.
That's just
I'm not
Balenciaga, Phil.
him.
No, it's all good. That's how they made it.
Coach, as you look back on this season, what were your biggest takeaways for the group when you think back on this year?
Well, I'm proud. I'm proud of the season. Obviously, not the way it ended. Like we wanted to go further, and we have bigger goals than a first round exit, 1,000%. So by any means, that's not this. But I'm proud on the way, like we dealt with the adversity through our resiliency through all the injuries and the positions that we were in throughout the season. Obviously, from very early, having Paulo and Franz and Suggs and so many people even went down for a little bit. Obviously, Mo, all the injuries that we faced, we were still at the end able to kind of like put a run together in order to make it to where we did. And then obviously we do still feel as if we're a better team and we could still grow so much. But at the end of the day, you give it your best shot and you got to keep moving and getting better.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this was year 14 for you.
Yeah, correct.
When you kind of reflect, encapsulate everything that the season was for you individually, what kind of comes to mind?
I think this was I think this is probably my favorite season, to be honest with you. Just from all my experiences that I've had, and when you're younger, you kind of just I'm still young, by the way, but when I was younger, seasons kind of just fly by, join together. You're focused on, you know, more things that personally you want to do. But this year, the mindset of coming in and really just trying to give as much as I can to the younger guys on my team and share my experiences, and also being ready to try and play whenever my name was called, which ended up happening at the end of the year. But and being from where I was last year, obviously didn't wasn't in Golden State, didn't have the we didn't have the best year as a team, and then traded and Wade and all that stuff, and being able to come here and feel like it was a perfect fit for me in terms of where the team was and where I was. So it's definitely one of and then my favorite seasons that I've had in my career, obviously, and then being in Orlando was amazing for me, for my family. The fans were amazing. Every time I seen people like outside of just the games or practice or whatever, just talking to people here. So I really enjoyed my time this season being here.
Obviously, then having so much experience, what does a summer for you look like heading into a potential year 15?
Yeah, just getting better. That should never stop. Just being prepared, to bring value to the team again in any aspect. You know what I mean? Every year is a little bit different, so I'm not putting a finger on exactly how it's going to look, but you got to try to just look at the film in terms of, your game and ways you could get better and impact, winning and bring value even more.
So you want to be back with the team next year?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Kinda,
It's one of my favorite years. You hear me say that? Right? I'm just messing with you.
So you'll be back, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You kind of mentioned that like this was one of your favorite years and kind of getting.
I'm just messing with you.
kind of getting with this group. This is a group that's kind of for the most part been together for the last 2 or 3 years. Being someone new into this locker room, kind of being integrated into them, could you feel how special like the growth of this group has been from the last 2 or 3 years, culminating in the season?
1,000%. I mean, I felt that when I was on different teams and coming to play, here. It's been very special, but I think it starts from the top to the bottom. I think Coach has done a tremendous job this year. Just like I said, all the adversities and stuff that we faced throughout the season. I think he's done a tremendous job with just making sure everybody has been prepared to play and obviously adapting to whatever circumstances that we have been going through or whatnot. So the whole coaching staff and whatnot, and then obviously the players are building something special. Obviously starting with the special talents of Apollo and Franz. And then, AB, like you guys just talked to him, obviously, Suggs. There's so many, players here that are young and obviously capable of doing big things. So it's just a process at times, Next year, we're looking to build on that. It's just like you make the playoffs, and then the next step is you consistently make the playoffs. The next step is like, okay, well, we gotta start really winning in the playoffs. So it's a process, and you gotta just continue to build on it.
How fulfilling is it for you to play such a larger on-court role in year 14?
I mean, every player, every basketball player wants to play minutes. Regardless, you gotta accept your role, whatever role you're in. So regardless of whatever role you're in, I mean, you don't, lace up your shoes not wanting to play, of course. Not to say that, so it was fulfilling in that regard, but I mean, to me, I'm just trying to bring value. I understand, I'm an older guy. I'm in a stage of my career that I can play. I feel like I can be out there and I can play, but at the same time, I'm not. At the same time, I'm not I'm gonna bring value in any way possible, basically. So, but by any means, every player wants to play. So, if that answers your question, I'm not sure if I even answered your question, but I love playing. If that's what you're saying, I love playing. 1,000%. Don't get that wrong. I love playing, absolutely. But I love winning, and I love adding value in any way possible.
When we spoke to Jeff this morning, he said that this organization, this team is ready to transition into a win-now phase. You've been on some championship teams in your past. Just what does that look like from an organizational standpoint, and how close do you think this team is to contention?
I think we're very close. I think sometimes it's not even about the change in terms of how people or whatnot. Sometimes a mindset thing. I mean, obviously Cleveland just got out the first round, but they made a couple pieces here and there, but much didn't change. But I feel like mentality this year, they've been awesome from the jump, and you see the success they're having there. But in terms of how it looks, I don't know. That's not my job. I'm not in that aspect, so I don't know how that's gonna look. But I definitely think we have the ability to win and win now.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.